Hey everyone, hope you're doing great. Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is special for two reasons. First, this will be the first video on the channel to not be in Japan. And second, this was actually my first very own trip in an Asian country which is not Japan. For this trip, we traveled to Malaysia for 10 days. So there will be 3 parts for this video, and in this first episode, we'll begin the journey in Kuala Lumpur, visiting Miyuki's family. We'll enjoy awesome local food and explore one of the city's iconic landmarks. After that, we'll set off for Borneo, and more precisely for the region of Sabah, to live some unforgettable experiences, starting with witnessing turtles nesting on Selingan Island. So grab yourself your favorite drink, sit back, and let's go! We landed early in the morning at Kuala Lumpur International Airport. From there, we headed to Miyuki's relative's house in Kuala Lumpur. Instead of taking a regular taxi, we saved ourselves some headaches using an app called Grab. Grab makes it super easy to book a ride, plus there is zero risk of being overcharged. Much safer. これがもうブレーキしたら事故ですよ。やばい。The driving here is intense though. I was a bit on edge. But eventually, we made it. Miyuki was very happy to see everyone again. And check out the animals. Miyuki's cousin is even raising flying squirrels, who were not too happy about being disturbed during the nap. After this reunion, we headed out for breakfast together. In Malaysia, it's common to go out for breakfast. Miyuki was thrilled to finally enjoy Malaysian food again. The meal was pretty substantial. To me, it felt more like lunch. Next up, we headed to one of Malaysia's most iconic Hindu shrines, the Batu Caves. At the entrance, you'll find the world's largest golden statue of the Hindu god Murugan, standing an impressive 43 meters tall. Leading up to the cave, you'll climb a vibrant, colorful staircase of 272 steps. At the top of the stairs, you're rewarded with a view of the stunning limestone cave, believed to be over 400 million years old. The cave complex contains many Hindu temples, the most popular of which is a shrine dedicated to the deity Murugan, completed in 1891. Batu Caves was a mesmerizing place to visit. Thanks again to Miyuki's cousin for showing us around. If you ever visit, 2 things to watch out for. Number 1, the monkeys. They are known to snatch food, drinks, and even bags and phones, so be on guard. Number 2, be mindful of your trash. Help preserve the area's beauty either by taking your trash with you or by restricting the food you take with you, even if it can make some happy. And speaking of food, we'd worked up an appetite. It was time for lunch in the heart of Kuala Lumpur at Bukit Bintang. We had lunch at the food court inside Isetan. Next, we checked in at the just opened Sleeping Lion, our hotel for the night. Be aware that the check-in process can take longer than expected. But it's worth it. The views from both the rooftop and our room were spectacular. On our way to dinner, we had a look at one of Malaysia's most famous landmarks, the Petronas Twin Towers. We didn't have time to visit, but we've put it on the list for our next one. At the restaurant, we were reunited with Miyuki's relatives.
Yeah, just to, to disinfect a bit using hot water.
We were all seated around a traditional table with a rotating center. The restaurant was really focused on local delicious cuisine. It was an awesome day, packed with awesome local food. And who say lots of food say restrooms. And one note of warning for first-time visitors, the toilets in Malaysia are often squat toilets only, like in this restaurant. And they use a hose to clean the, It works like a washlet but less precise. So the restrooms are often wet from top to bottom. And I am used to find clean bathrooms pretty much everywhere in Japan. So I admit that was something I was a little bit anxious about before going to Malaysia. But that's also this type of cultural differences that makes traveling interesting, right? Anyway, let's get back to the trip. We had a restful night at Sleeping Island. The room was very comfortable. However, we did notice that the service wasn't very sharp.
でこれベンベンのも同じ感じで来たらおもろいよ。
Be careful, be careful. Welcome to Malaysia. Sleeping Lion でした。ゆっくり眠れましたか？
寝れました。
After checking out, we joined Miyuki's cousin and his wife for breakfast. We visited ICC Pudu, a food court where you can enjoy authentic local dishes. It's packed with a variety of food stalls offering something for everyone.
Breakfast.
熱い。待って、これベンベン一回食べてみて。トゥースパイシー。
かやって何？
ココナッツと卵とレモングラス。
ベンチ東京ブログ。Like, subscribe.
うるさい。
We tried kayatos, nasi lemak, and prawn noodles also. めっちゃ偏見。
出てる。
Back at the airport, it was now time to bid farewell to Kuala Lumpur to start our adventure far from the city, on the island of Borneo. We headed east to the region of Sabah and the city of Sandakan. After a day of travel, we checked in at Pavilion Hotel. I confess that I was a bit worried. The hotel looks a bit like an old haunted place.
Mario?
サンダカに着きました。街がバリ臭い。
なるかな？いや、今ネズミおった。
The atmosphere here was completely different. The city was darker, and there was a distinct and familiar scent in the air. Oh, c'est... Oh putain! Oh, c'est... Oh, ça pue!
めっちゃ臭い、やばい。めっちゃ臭い。
Oh.
やば。
For dinner, we found a nearby spot, Hamid Curry House, where we enjoyed roti canai, nasi goreng, and a giant smoothie, dreading our night in the gloomy hotel. The night at Pavilion Hotel turned out to be quite comfortable, and we had a decent buffet breakfast. After checking out, we set off for our next destination, Selingan Island, more commonly known as Turtle Island, located a 45-minute boat ride off the coast. Mujiに着きました。Turtle Island. So this is a famous island for rabbits. Right? Selingan Island is a renowned turtle sanctuary, famous for having one of the highest nesting rates in the world. It's one of the rare places where you can witness turtle nesting almost all year round. Selamat datang ke Pulau Selingan sama Parung-Parung-Ping. Pulau. We met Rule, who would be our guide for the day and walk us through different activities to help us understand the significance of the conservation efforts.
Sabah, Borneo, Malaysia, and our neighboring country, Philippines.
Our room was comfortable enough, but keep in mind that there was no Wi-Fi and the shower used cold seawater. We had free time until the turtle nesting began. So we had lunch and then explored the island. あれ赤ちゃんかな。
赤ちゃんじゃない？
「 While strolling along the beach, we stumbled upon a freshly hatched baby turtle. We all cheered it on as it made its brave journey towards the sea.
Bravo!
It's a bit bittersweet knowing that only about 1% of these tiny turtles will survive to adulthood.
The turtle more easily landed, because sometimes the reason when the turtle coming late to the beach is gonna be dry. If dry, the turtle gonna be late 100%.
Just come to Turtle Islands Park to have the unique experience.
We learned about the turtles' nesting process and had dinner. The nesting process of sea turtles is a fascinating and delicate event. It begins when a female turtle swims ashore under the cover of night, searching for a quiet, undisturbed stretch of beach where the sand is soft and warm, making it ideal for nesting. Once she finds the right spot, she uses her powerful flippers to dig a deep, bottle-shaped hole in the sand, which can be up to 70 centimeters deep. When the nest is ready, she begins laying her eggs, usually around 80 to 120 per clutch. The eggs are soft, leathery, and about the size of a ping-pong ball. Once the eggs are laid, they are immediately collected by the rangers, carefully buried, and protected with nets to prevent them from falling prey to birds or lizards. The final highlight was seeing the newborn turtles released onto the beach. We were allowed to observe only one turtle, which of course we totally understood, but the process was quicker than we expected, so we didn't have much time to fully take it in. It was also a little difficult being part of a big group. It kind of killed the feeling of connecting with nature. But this wasn't the end of the story. Our guide told us that some turtles arrive late to nest, and they can still be on the beach in the early morning. So naturally, we got up early, just in case. And sure enough, we spotted 2 turtles laying their eggs. Watching these turtles at dawn felt more natural than the last night, creating a truly memorable moment.
Jumpa lagi, terima kasih.
We bid Selingan Island farewell and returned to Sandakan, where we enjoyed a delicious breakfast at Dozo. The highlight was the kopi, Malaysia's signature sweet coffee, which paired perfectly with the tasty food. With our bellies full, it was time to set off for our next adventure along the Kinabatangan River. In the next video, we will spend 3 days and 2 nights in the jungle, hoping for encountering some of the incredible wildlife of Borneo. We will also visit the famous orangutan rehabilitation center in Sepilok. So stay tuned and see you in the next one. Ciao!